A parting of the ways. Yes, Michigan is officially moving on and is obviously showing Sean Magee as they decide to part ways and look in different directions, man. Remember, this man was very instrumental in bringing a championship in this new era of college football to the Michigan Wolverines, who won, obviously, the CFP back in 2023, winning a national championship, obviously beating the hell out of TCU and doing damage, obviously, in the Natty game as well. And remember, he constructed that roster. The Blake Corums, the Donovan Edwards, J.J. McCarthy's, that elite defense they had with Mike Sanders still. All them boys was pretty good. You have Sean Magee to thank for that. And remember, he's been responsible for continuing to build the team that they've had currently is constructed today. Bringing in guys like Justice Haynes, who was formerly there, right? Bringing in guys like a Bryce Underwood and keeping him home from Bellevue, Michigan, and not going down to LSU. Sean Magee has been pivotal in that. He's been pivotal in making sure they get the guys they need out of the portals to construct this roster and make sure it's good. So he's been very pivotal in what Michigan has been doing the past few years, right? They won 9 games again this past year. Maybe was it the year maybe Michigan wanted to have? So the biggest question now is, this is going to be one of the top names going forward in the college football world. Like I said, he's probably one of the top GMs you can find in the sport. With what he does, how he's built rosters, how he's obviously helped teams get to national championship games. No, he didn't coach, but he's built out rosters where you are able to do that. And do it in this world where you're having to pay athletes, you're having to pay top dollar, right? You're having to pay quarterbacks a lot of money to come in. He's been obviously the author of that, and he's done it at a very, very, very high level. So where does he go next? He's obviously going to be heavily coveted to come in for front office roles, right? It depends on how teams are constructed, how many more teams will continue to buy in, the need to have a general manager on their roster, right? There's a lot of, obviously, big plays. He can go to California. You know what I'm saying? USC could probably use a GM of his caliber. He can go down south. He can go to Florida. You know what I'm saying? There's so many plays and places this dude can go and continue to thrive and obviously continue to mark his name. Or does he want to go to the NFL route, right? Hey, I've shown what I can do in college. I know I could do this in the NFL. Does he look to try to go for a NFL role, front office position, and potentially continue to try to, obviously elevate his career and take that next step? Very interesting to say the least. But I'm going to be real with y'all. This has been a tumultuous offseason for the Michigan Wolverines. First, you had the scandal with your obviously former head coach, Sharon Moore, and he ends up getting fired. Then you have to move in a different direction. You bring in Kyle Whittingham from obviously Utah, which wasn't a bad pickup or a bad move. And then now you're going to part ways and lose your GM. So for the state of Michigan, very interesting year. I would say, if I'm a Wolverine fan, I'm cautiously optimistic. Like, I wouldn't go thinking, hey, we're going to make the college football playoff, we're going to win 10-plus games. Like, I would be cautiously optimistic. It's too many losses in one offseason, in my opinion, to see them being, we're a national contender. I just don't see that. And I think with all that, Sean Magee leaving, things happening with Sharon Moore, I'm not saying he was the greatest head coach, but that's just a lot of turmoil for one offseason for a program. So I don't think Michigan's going to be as good as people think this year. I think they do take a little bit of a drop-off, a little bit of a step back. I think they can win about 5 to 6 games. But I think with all that turmoil, man, I don't think Michigan will be the same, man. So that's my opinion, my thoughts on obviously both parties, and what's next for the Michigan Wolverines.